This week on the Spotlight, the 2017 Benkowski Trivia Title Match. We have flashbacks to a great White Sox pitcher. We have flashbacks to a great era for the Chicago Blackhawks. And we have flashbacks to a great basketball era, sort of. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. Welcome to the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Gilhooly's for my trivia game, Friday, February 2nd at 7 p.m. Come eat, play, and win. 103rd in Springfield. A great show, great fun. Everything about it is great, so be there. Family Dentist. Lawrence Ferlin, E is the dentist. 109th in Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, and more. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. They have great food, drink, and people at 93rd and Roberts Road. I've been there for the most part for the last 7 years, and they're consistent and excellent. Get to the Sock on Thursdays. We'll play some trivia, and we'll have some laughs. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. The capital of Ontario. 5 seconds. Ottawa's the capital of the whole country, but not Ontario. We go to JMB. Toronto. So JMB, the first over 1,000, 1030. Reggie All-Stars. It's an NHL city. Maybe that'll help you, especially when you're wearing jerseys and stuff. The capital of Alberta. Edmonton, yes. So you climbed to 910. And you're proud of yourselves. Sock Weirdos. Also an NHL city. It's the capital of Manitoba. Winnipeg, yes. So, Sock Weirdos. Working on it? Jack's Night Out. Stay there. Regina. Is the capital of which province? Five seconds. Saskatchewan, look at you. Wow. So you climbed to 980. Ileana. You want it? 2-word answer. The Micmac tribe is all over the city of Halifax. Nova Scotia. Yes, Nova Scotia. Yes. 90. Wow, You guessed what the end of the question would be. You're at 1,000. Real close to J&B. J&B. Victoria is the capital of this two-word province. British Columbia. So you go to 1130. Reggie All-Stars playing TV or sports? This kicker, active in the NFL in 2017, ranks second in all-time NFL scoring at just about 2,500 points. What? I need his first name. Adam is right. It's a 60. Last names, first names, I need the whole schlemiel. 970. Sock weirdos are up. (1982), no longer with us. She won Best Actress in a Comedy. CK. Five seconds. Yes, Carol Kane. It's a big time play. So you go to $6, but the sky's the limit for you when you're getting SH like that. Jack's night out trying to go over 1,000. In 1985, this Saturday Night Live graduate won Best Actress in a Comedy. Name her. Jane Curtin is correct. It's a 60. So you go to 1040. Ileana. Of the 6 NBA players who've scored more than 30,000 points, only one is active. Name this, is it rude to say, white guy? Five seconds. Going. So sorry. We go to J&B. Dirk Nowitzki is correct. It's a 70. J&B to 12. Team Reggie, the All-Stars are trying to get over 1,000. Sports they want. And it's sports they'll get. This one-time Blackhawk scored 717 NHL goals. 6th of all time. But the Blackhawks got rid of him real early in his career. Phil Esposito is correct. 80. And you go to 1,050 and the scores are climbing. Sock weirdos. TV. In 1988, this man born in 1961 won Best Actor in a Comedy. That's it. 5 seconds. Woody Harrelson is an interesting try. It's a very interesting try. We go to Jack's Night Out. 5 seconds. Going. Out of time. We go to Ileana. Michael J. Fox is correct. So Ileana, 1070. Look at that. 4 teams in the thousands. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furlan, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. As the pitchers warm up in the outfield, we're going to be talking about a pitcher, and it's a guy with no results as we go to videotape, and that's Jake Peavy. The highly sought after, highly paid, highest paid White Sox. No wins, no losses in 3 starts, and a couple of rocky performances. It's really weird too, because when I went to Arizona and saw him pitch on St. Patrick's Day, he dominated the Los Angeles Dodgers, a playoff team of recent ilk, and made them look terrible, swinging awful at some off-speed junk. And so it surprised me come real game time, particularly in view of how Peavy pitched in September, that he would struggle now. And he addresses that in a very honest manner, talks about his transition to the American League.
You can't read about how bad you are, or read about how good you are. You know, it's somebody always said, you know, I've heard it said that you're never as bad as you think you are, and you're never as good as you think you are either. So believe me, I don't dwell on any start. I don't read any negativity. I don't read any positivity. I am who I am, and I'm just going to get ready to pitch tomorrow night, and I'll get ready to pitch 5 days from now in Texas or after that, and do everything I can do to help this ball club win.
Jake, is there something to the idea of getting you actually being out there on the mound, instead of scouting reports and going after guys, but you actually going through a lineup a few times, and maybe the second time you see a team, you'll have a better feel of how to get guys out?
That's certainly, that's certainly the biggest, I think, hurdle to get over coming to American League is just not having any history. You're going there in Toronto. I'm going to face Toronto here in the next few weeks. You have such a better feel. Tomorrow night, you know, I have history with almost every one of these guys, and there is something to be said. Me and Scott Lambert were talking about preparing for a start and how we go about that. You can read all the numbers you want. You can watch all the video of Lackey and Beckett the last few days, but you know, I told him what overrides it for me, I go back to my history. When I stood on the mound and threw a guy my slider, the way he reacted to it overrides anything that I'm going to read or do. And not having that history with some of these teams, a lot of these teams, is tough, but it's no excuse not to go out there and learn, learn, make adjustments on the fly and do well.
So you think your adjustment period will still take the majority of the season until you've seen everybody, seen every team, and then be able to file in your mind?
I mean, it's certainly going to take that long to get adjusted, but I'm not saying getting adjusted has nothing to do with being successful. I fully believe that I'm going to be successful while I'm getting acclimated and adjusted.
Are you finding yourself doing more homework this year? Like, how much more homework are you doing?
Well, I'm doing quite a bit more because I have to. That homework isn't there. I'm excited that I have a start 2 years ago in 07 against a lot of these guys. Team's pretty intact from 07. And I'm excited that I get to do my homework, and then I get to watch me versus a team. And that, like I said, I think that overrides it overrides everything in my preparation. So, but a lot of these starts, Texas will be, I got zero history against any of these guys, and it's a mountain. Starting on Friday, start getting prepared for Texas after this starts tomorrow night, and it'll be watching a lot of guys similar to me, reading a lot about their numbers and swing counts and stuff like that. But that's just part of the game. It's part of what we do, and a lot times people don't know what goes into a start.
Can the adjustment be as quick as going through the lineup once in a game? Or is it?
That's tough to say. I mean, you certainly got to make adjustments during the game. But seeing a guy just one time, the situation in the game, changes a lot, and the guy's approach in certain situations is going to be different. Whether he's trying to move a runner over, whether he's trying to, hit behind a guy or get a guy in. Guys certainly have different swing approaches. So that's not one at best tough.
I saw you pitch against the Dodgers on St. Patrick's Day, and the change of speeds was deadly. There's some really bad swings on their part. Is that an example of a team you're familiar with and your success?
Well, I think I haven't faced their A lineup. I mean, that's the Dodgers team who's got good hitters, Ethier, Loney, Kemp, and Manny Ramirez. But when you know a team and you got 30 at bats versus those guys, you know what to go to, and I think it showed in that start. And it takes some time here, but it's going to happen here as well.
Do you remember that particular start, though? I think you went 5. You maybe had about 9 strikeouts or something, and it really looked terrible.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's just me being familiar with the Dodgers. I faced the Dodgers probably 20, 30 times in my career, 5 or so times a year being in that division. That's how, Burrows and Danks and Gavin are with these teams in division. I'm certainly going to get there as well.
Do you talk to your fellow starters, and are they part of your scouting report and tips here and there?
Well, it's tough here. Gavin's really the only guy that I have a lot in common with. Other Burrows and Danks being lefty and Freddie doing things a little bit different than I do them. So me and Gavin certainly talk about our approach, and Burrows and Danks talk about the pitching, aspect of things, but not specifically how to get hitters out.
How about Coop?
Oh, absolutely. Coop's an integral part. AJ's an integral part of all the preparation we do.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and their fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock live Bidkowski trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, Parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's.
We're back in the spotlight in the Blackhawks locker room, and yes, we're in the laundry arena. I can't say their home record is spotless, but certainly they've been excellent at home since the goal eruption has occurred. 21 goals in a 3-game span, and Mike Keenan is happy about it. Many of the players are happy about it. A focal point, let's take you back a couple of games ago. In a normal game, when you score first at home, as Steve Larmer does here against Vancouver in the first period, you're in good shape. But this wasn't a normal game. It was already tied at 1 apiece when Vancouver winger Robert Crom beats Dominik Hasek, and the Canucks were suddenly leading 2-1. Uh-oh. Still in the first period, the favorite Finn, Jyrki Luma, 3-1. Canucks lead. Now remember, this is the team that the Hawks beat 8-0 just last season. Must have been a great between-period speech by Mr. Keenan, because it was quickly 3-2 in the second. Jeremy Roenick's beautiful setup here makes easy work for Michel Goulet, who scores his career 490th. It was tied at 3 apiece. Roenick lights it up. Hard to believe the Blackhawks had gone ahead 4-3, but wait, there was much more. Now, Ed Belfour is sitting up somewhere in Saginaw, Michigan, and he must have been enjoying the sight of Dominik Hasek fighting the puck and losing the battle here. Vancouver's Ryan Walters scores, and the Canucks were down by only 1. But Mr. Ultramodest Steve Larmer nails his 6th career hat trick. The third goal of the game makes it 6-4. And the big celebration with the hats on the ice, hard to believe that Steve Larmer left the locker room before reporters had a chance to even talk to him about his great, great game. Still late in the second period, the old buddy, Turkey Luma, scores on the power play. Vancouver again is close, down only 6-5. But into the third period, new defenseman Steve Smith, with all those Stanley Cups at Edmonton under his belt, uses his combined knowledge to light it up. Hawks ahead 7-5, but it stayed crazy as the Canucks, with Jim Sandlak scoring here, cut the lead to 7-6. And although many tense moments by the Hawk defense late in the game, it ended, Hawks winning it by that margin. What about it, Chris Chelios?
It's nice to get the 2 points, and it is a start, and Vancouver's been playing well, so you can't take any credit away from them. So played a pretty tough team, being 3-0, and came on top. There's some positive things with the power play and the intensity, but we got to play a lot better.
Once the goals started rolling in that second period, it's like a runaway freight train. What do you do at that point?
Well, you get the crowd gets behind it, and I think that's we kind of got excited a little bit. I don't think we've been excited yet this year. And that's what we need to do is, Larms and Jeremy and Michel got us going there and kind of rubbed off on everybody. So hopefully we can pick it up where we left off.
Were you flat the first period?
Oh, we come out in the beginning. We got the first power play goal and we hit the post. And that's the way things are going right now. And you just got to keep working hard. And hopefully we'll get the bounces when we start working hard.
You got the win, right?
Yeah, actually, there's 7-6. It's not the kind of score you like to see, but we got the 2 points. We beat a pretty good team.
We asked Keenan about staying with the goaltender when he often makes a change in a high-scoring game. Do you think it was an important win for Dominik to get under his belt?
Well, there's a lot of pressure on Dominik and Jimmy, with the absence of Eddie, and they're both rookie goaltenders, and to build their confidence. I think that's the best thing we can do for them right now, and we can help them out. We've got to help them out a lot more than we have been.
There's no doubt we're happy about the win tonight. We didn't play a defensive game that we wanted to, but 2 points is 2 points. We'll take it any way we can get it at this stage. I think it's a matter of time before the team improves their defensive style and gets back to the system that they're accustomed to over the past few years.
I've been asking some of your teammates about what it's like when a team gets on an offensive roll and the game opens up as this one did. In that second period, you almost had to resign yourself that it was going to be a shootout.
Well, I think it's got to a stage at this point of the season that guys are pressing a little bit, and then we were taking a little additional chances. I don't think it was completely necessary tonight all the time, but there were some breakdowns defensively because we were in a little bit of a rush. But I think at this stage there were some guys that lacked a little bit of confidence in the scoring department, and they're now fired up, and it's a good thing for us.
You've got to get the Jacks. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. You've got to get to Oliver, 6100 West 159th Street for my live trivia. Alternate Wednesdays now at 7 p.m. It's a great place with great food and drink and fun. Get to Oliver's on a Wednesday. I'll see ya. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. you've got to get to Mad Anthony, a great sports bar and grill at 3350 West 47th Street. They serve Lococo's pizza, sandwiches in a full bar, and my trivia is every other Friday, start about 5:45. Fun times at Mad Anthony. See you over there. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Michael Talk. And he'll be 39 next month. And looked at times, he was so tense playing in front of the Chicago crowd. He was picked clean 9 times, a career-high turnovers for Michael. But what you just saw, the Bulls unable to complete. While Michael was shooting and making 1/3 of his shots, the Bulls shot an unbelievably gut-wrenching 17% in the first quarter. And Bill Cartwright would later say he was amazed they even stayed in the game that poor. And that is a reflection of the way the first half has gone in Michael Jordan's first game in Chicago against the Bulls. Tense and not well played would be the watchwords, and the crowd doesn't even know how to react. An incredibly silent United Center group whose biggest cheer came when Michael scored his first basket. And with 8 points at the half, it would appear that Michael, clearly tense and out of sync as the entire Bulls are. Tough to play against the legend as well. And the forecast for Michael opening it up in the second half would not be good, but that's just my off-the-cuff prediction. We will have second half coverage, but I'd say the overriding theme, though, is uneasiness by the crowd, by the Bulls, and Michael himself. So Jordan scored 16, Washington won the game, the Bulls shot less than 25%, and I squeezed in a question, as tough as it was to Jordan, about...
In the middle of all of it, for whatever reason, but I'm just happy that we got a win and we can move on.
Michael, with the crowd cheering you the way they do, did you ever stop and think, what if I never left?
Well, I mean, when the crowd started that whole thing, it's tough for me to play. I had a tough time playing against Chicago tonight, because it's almost like I'm playing against someone it's like playing against a relative in a sense. It's not as intensified, you're not quite as motivated. They gave me the highest respects. Thank God they cut the lights out, or else we would have been sitting there still probably, I'm pretty sure. But it makes it really tough to play against Chicago fans. I can say whatever I want to say about the uniforms and the people that, that's changing those uniforms, but Chicago is Chicago. The Bulls are the Bulls. The fans make.
This week's show is brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop at 108th and Kedzie. Get all your car work done there, like me. The Lansing Floral Shop is the place to go for all your floral needs. Call 708-474-1212. Huck Finn Restaurants, a huge menu, open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 105th and Cicero, and 67th and Pulaski. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch, very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.